the most important thing in your life is your psychology. If you want to have an extraordinary life, you have to have an extraordinary mindset, extraordinary psychology in order to capture all the dreams that you want to have. And you're going to have an abundance of energy and great people around you in order to succeed. So whatever you're a real estate agent, you're an entrepreneur, you're an artist, you're a business owner, you need to have the right mindset, the right energy to be successful.
The first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere. It's like you can have the best ship in the world, you can have the best airplane in the world. If the pilot or the captain doesn't know where to go, it would just drift around. It would not end up anywhere, or most likely in the wrong place.
Relationships, intimate relationships especially. It's where the most juice in life comes from. It's where the most pain comes from most people. It's worth mastering instead of dabbling. Really looking at what are you going to do with your time and mastering your time. Instead of having a checklist, you cross it all off. You can mistake movement for achievement. I want to squeeze out of that time what matters, that creates value for me and for everyone I care about and love. What about your career or your business and the mastery of that instead of dabbling? Most businesses are dabblers. That's why they don't make it. 96%, any 10-year period of time, 4% make it. That doesn't even mean they're profitable. And it does not mean they're enjoying themselves, all right? Or they're getting anybody else to feel good.
You're not your past. You're not how you were raised by your parents. You're not born a certain way. You can be whatever you want to be. I know you hear that all the time, but it really is true. You can really do whatever you want. You can have anything that you want, but you can't have everything. And I always talk about that. You can be, an astronaut, but whatever it is that you want, it's going to take a ridiculous amount of hard work. It's not going to just happen overnight. It's 10, 15, 20 years of grinding it out, hard work.
It's like a medical student that studies and knows he wants to become a doctor. You know where to go. So I knew where to go. So people always ask me, when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour in the face. Why is that? And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. Every single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality.
There's a lot of bullshit out there in the world right now on social media that if you just post some flashy pictures, or you just show some, you at the beach, or you with your cars, that you're going to get a bunch of followers, that you can make a lot of money and live this fake life. It's not about that, right? It's about you hustling, you grinding it out, you adding value in the marketplace for whatever your business is, all right, and helping people to change their lives and transform, and then you can make a lot of money.
There's only maybe a half dozen, 7, 8 categories that really matter. Most people, they major in minor things. They focus on stuff that doesn't matter. They know more about this celebrity going in and out of rehab than they do about their own personal development. But I look at, if you look at your body, without that, everything else is out the door. You don't want to be richest man in the graveyard. That's not going to do it. If there is energy, if there's vitality, if there's strength, it's going to show up in your relationship. It's going to show up in your business, show up in your life. That's an area you got to master. You can't dabble. It's too important. Emotions are everything. I mean, you got a ton of money, you got everybody loves you, and your primary emotions are pissed off and frustrated, then your life's pissed off and frustrated. It doesn't matter if you got $1 billion or 1 million people loving you, your life is not great.
There's a lot of people out there, they don't know what to do. They get in a shitload of student loan debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loan debt, and then they go work in some job making 20 bucks an hour, and they think that's their life. No, that's not the way it works, okay? And you can't look at these people on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, they're posting all this crap, and they have this fake life. That's not what it's about. You gotta live your life on your terms, and you wanna add value. That's how you're gonna get rich, guys.
My vision was totally different. I felt that I was born for something special, for something unique, for something big. You know how great it felt that I knew where I was going? Imagine the majority of people don't know where they're going. It's when you have a goal, when you have a vision, everything becomes easy. Because remember that in America, for instance, when you study, you will see the percentage of people that like their jobs. 74% hate their job in America. Now, this is not much different when you come to Europe. The majority of people don't like what they're doing because they're really not doing it because they didn't have a goal and they followed this goal. They just aimlessly drift around, and then all of a sudden there's a job opening, so they get that job because you have to work. But then when you work, it's a chore. It's work. It's not fun. So if you think about, only a quarter of the people really enjoy what they're doing in life. That is unbelievable if you think about it. So I felt so blessed that I knew what I was doing.
How to stay motivated when you're tired, right? That's the biggest thing. You have to keep your motivation up. And not everyone that has motivation sometimes, and not everyone's born with motivation. We all have the special power that God gave us to tap into this power to reach the infinite intelligence, to achieve amazing things in life, right? But you have to tap into this special power if you want to go to the next level. And sometimes it's very hard to stay motivated when you're down, or do you think that people are against you or the world is against you and everything feels like an uphill battle. You know, one of the things I always say is that everything great that we want is uphill. You have to go uphill if you want to go after it and you want to achieve it. But you have to get your mind right if you're going to be successful, because this world is very tough. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to get your mind, your body right if you're going to go to the pinnacle, the apex of life.